It's been such a busy week, I almost forgot to pick the giveaway winner. Stay tuned to find out who won. Hey Yins, how you doing today? Hope you're all doing well. I hope you had a great week of stitching and knitting and whatever crafting you are into. I am Gerald, Ginger Gerald Stitcher. Welcome back to my channel. If you are a returning viewer and subscriber, if you are new to my channel, welcome. Welcome back. Welcome to my channel. Or if you are a lingering viewer who just hasn't subscribed yet, welcome. I hope that if you are not a subscriber yet, you are willing to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell right beside the subscribe button so you get all notifications of posts to my channel. I have had many new subscribers to my channel, and I want to thank you all for taking the 2 seconds to hit that subscribe, probably less than 2 seconds, like 2 milliseconds, to hit the subscribe button and clicking and being willing to continue to linger on and be a valued member of my posting in my channel. So thank you. I have my little tag here because I have to remember, I don't want to put this down because I don't want to forget. This is my little note. So, cause I almost forgot about this, as you saw at the beginning. But thank you, welcome, and I hope you all have had a lot of great progress like I have, and we'll get to that here in a little bit. But let me tell you, it has been such a crazy busy week. And I don't even know where to begin because it's just been such a crazy week. You know what? Let's begin with the weather. What is up with the weather in the Northeast? I live in, if you are not familiar with where I live, or if you're new to my channel, I live in New Jersey, just outside of Philadelphia, on the other side of the river from Philadelphia. And it has been nothing short of spring, winter, spring, winter, spring, winter, spring, fall, winter. I don't know. It can't make up its mind here. And I am kind of sick and tired of it not being winter. And that is somebody who hates winter. Like, it needs to pick a holiday, pick a season and stick to it, because I'm kind of, I hate the fact that it gets super nice, like, oh, it's gonna be spring, and then, oh, it's winter and freezing cold. I had bus duty today, and it was below 30. It was freezing cold. I wore my long underwear today and it was still cold. So, but such the life of a teacher. Anyways, I hope you are all struggling to get through the winter if you are in the Northern Hemisphere. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I hope you're enjoying the summer and the warmth and everything. I cannot wait until we get to spring. I do have to say, I do like seasons just because there is something to look forward to. I think if I didn't have seasons, it wouldn't be anything to look forward to, but I do hate the cold. Anyways, let's get to some of the good stuff. As you can see, first off, I am back to a normal display here. I am blocking most of it just because of the layout I decided to put myself in today. We do have Henry there, as always. And don't forget my some of my patterns. They are still available on Etsy, but one of you are going to be so lucky to earn or to win Stories of the North Pattern 1 or Part 1. This is from my series parts 1, 2, and 3 that are available now on Etsy. Parts 4 and 5 will be coming out this spring. So be on the lookout for that here in the near future. 1, 2, and 3, I talked about this in the last week's video. I don't know why I'm rehashing it, but there we go. Part 1 is going to be, was the giveaway from last week. And the winner, is Who's Your Apple X Stitch? Who's Your Apple X Stitch? You're randomly selected from all of the entries from last week. You need to respond to me in order to get your free digital copy of Stories of the North Part 1. My email will be linked below, as always, in every single one of my videos. Just send me an email with your email or whatever email you want me to send your digital copy to. And as soon as I get that email, I will get your digital copy out to you. So email me Who's Your Apple X Stitch, and I will get your free giveaway copy. I swear there's an animal in my wall because I keep hearing something scratching in the wall, and it's like random and I don't know what's going on, but it's kind of distracting. Who's Your Apple X Stitch? I will get you your free copy of the pattern to you once you respond to this video. But you got to email me, or you can message me on Instagram, whichever way you would like to do. So let's get to the good stuff. First off, I did do a wee bit of knitting. I'm one of those people that tend to go through a lot of cycles. I will do a whole lot of knitting and not so much cross stitch, and then I will kind of like get tired of knitting, and then I'll go back to a whole lot of cross stitch and little knitting. So I've not done very much knitting. Basically, I set a goal this week, of a mini goal of just wanting to get the ribbing done on my sweater. It's one sweater sleeve. And that's what I did. I did 26 rows of ribbing. Whole lot of progress. So all I have left on my sweater to do is this sleeve, the other sleeve, and put it all together. So not a whole lot of progress, but yet not a whole lot left to do, but yet I don't have a whole lot of progress to show for it. I think it's just because I'm kind of burned out from knitting socks. So I will get there. Hopefully I will have this sweater done in time to wear this season. Again, I'm knitting this with the Holst yarn. This is a super soft in the colorway Marlin. Super soft Marlin. And there we go. Oh, I did do a little bit other knitting. I did start a dishcloth one night whenever I was kind of tired from stitching anymore. So I did start a dishcloth. I have about half of a dishcloth now. It's over on the other side of the room. If I remember, I will show it to you next week. It's just a dishcloth. Not all that fancy, not all that exciting. But I was like, oh, I'll just pull out my knitting and do some dishcloth. So that is all I have there. Now, I have some big progress on my cross stitch though. Super duper progress to show you on my cross stitch. First off, Lady of the Flag. Lady of the Flag is the one and only Mirabilia I am stitching. I say now that it will be the only Mirabilia I will ever stitch. Who knows? But she's now currently off of the Q-snap because, let me get here. I ironed her. I did a lot of ironing last night. I had this all nicely folded and I just picked it up and I messed it all up. I ironed Lady of the Flag because I have the whole bottom half completely done except for beads and backstitch. I was thinking about doing backstitch as I go, and then I was like, no, I don't think I'm gonna do that because there's not a whole lot of backstitch on this one. And I'll probably just do backstitch as I do the beads because I don't want the backstitch to get distorted if I put a Q-snap over top of the stitching. So here is Lady of the Flag as of now. So I am super pleased with how it turned out. It took me, no, why are you doing that? This is the first time I've had this one out of the Q-snap other than adjusting the Q-snap since I started her a year and a half ago. So there is Lady of the Flag. There's the bottom half where I worked on last week. There you can see the gold in. Now, here's the thing. As I was reading the pattern, it says that these are olive branches. To me, olive branches are not gold. This resembles more to me like wheat stalks. And so I now have this in my head. While I understand that the pattern says that they're olive branches, in my head, they look like wheat stalks. And oftentimes in American iconography, you'll often see wheat because it's a sign of plenty back, in the 1900s, early 1900s. You would have often seen wheat as a sign of plenty and because we were an agrarian culture. So that's why I automatically thought that this was wheat. So this will always be wheat to me. So even though I know it says that they're olive branches, to me, it's a sign of wheat. So I have it in my head that it's wheat. And also, I'm doing this piece as a tribute to my dad because Lady of the Flag reminds me of the old-fashioned coins that, you had like a Lady Liberty standing on a coin. My dad was also a farmer. And so that reminds me of wheat that he would grow. So hence why if I say this is wheat, that's why I say it's wheat. So in my head and in my pattern, this is wheat, even though I know it says it's olive branches. Okay. So here we go. There is Lady of the Flag. Super excited. All I have left on that bottom half to do is beading and backstitch. And she will be done. So I'm looking forward to moving up to the top, but I was ready to move on. I was and I wasn't ready to move on, but I moved on anyways. So just to show you, there's the fabric that I'm working off of. I actually have a half yard because I wasn't sure, I'm not sure how I want to frame her. So I wanted to make sure I had plenty of fabric. So plenty of fabric for Lady of the Flag. So looking forward to moving up to the top half. Still not sure what I'm going to do with skin though, but I will be ready with skin, or I will figure that out when I get to the top. But until then, there she be. Okay. Then, after Lady of the Flag, I was kind of ready for a small. So if you recall, and I did post this on Instagram, so you will have seen this if you follow me on Instagram, Ginger Gerald Stitcher, ginger.gerald.stitcher. I am working on the Summer House Stitch Works Fragments in Time from 2017. So this is the one that I just started. So Summer House Stitch Works Fragments in Time 2017. I'm doing these individually. I already have number 1 done. I'm working on, and then over the weekend, I decided to do number 2. So it took me, I don't know, 6 hours. Maybe not even that long. I started Friday, and I started it Saturday, and I finished it Sunday morning. And here it is. So there it is. This is number 1 that I did a while ago. November, maybe. And here is number 2. So I'm doing this on a 40 count. I think this is called Mushroom or Old Mushroom. This is a 40 count linen. 40 count linen from Extrude Design. I think it's called Mushroom or something like that. And I'm doing my own color conversion. Basically the same colors, just my own color conversion because I didn't have the called for colors. And so I just took what I had of color and cotton colors and I did a color conversion. And so there it is. The other thing that I am doing is that I am not putting on the initials because the initials for these pieces have no meaning to me. And to me, they just clutter them up even more. I really like the simplistic look of these. I don't like the messy, cluttered up look of having all these. Like this one here had like 3 sets of initials on it. Like one here, and one here. And that was just way too much for me. So I wanted it to be much more simplistic and open looking. So there it is. So I'm going to be able to put another set of them up here, and then eventually I will make them into pillows or small ornaments or something like that. I'm not sure yet. I have a finishing fabric that I have matched up to go with them, but I'm not sure how I'm going to finish them. I will figure that out as we go. But I want to get them all stitched up first. They're quick stitches for me. They're a nice palette cleanser. And so I just wanted to take a break from my super duper large pieces and finish this. So I went ahead and did that. Or I went ahead and did something a little bit different and a little bit out of the ordinary. Finally, Friday night I decided that I was going to work on, instead of doing my chatelaine, because I'm still not into the chatelaine yet, I decided that I was going to pull out the pumpkin passport, frosted pumpkin passport sal. And I would work on that once a week to get a country done until it was done. So it would take about 3 weeks. So Friday night into Saturday, I went ahead and did one country. So I did the 4th country on the bottom, which was Japan. And I got that done. So it took me quite a while. There was a lot of stitching on Japan. And then I moved on to the Summer House Stitchworks piece. Well, after I was done with the Summer House Stitchworks piece, I had no clue come Monday what I wanted to stitch on. And because I just wasn't quite ready to move on to any of my other pieces that were on the go. And the passport Sal kept nagging at me. I was like, I just want to get that done. I just want to get that done. Why don't I just keep working on that and I'll get that done? So Monday, I pulled that out because Monday was a holiday, keep in mind. Monday, Martin Luther King Day was Martin Luther King Day, so I was off all day Monday. And then Tuesday, yesterday, I worked on Pumpkin Passport Sal, and I finished it. I finished Pumpkin Passport Sal. The long dreaded Pumpkin Passport Sal. I finished it. I finally finished this after 3 years of nagging at me and eating at me and hating it. Not really hating it. Hating is a strong word. Dreading it. Dreading's a better word. I finally finished it. I finished it. So there we go. There's the bottom. Egypt, India. I can't see what you can see. I hope that's what you can see. There we go. And there's the whole thing. Pumpkin Passport Sal. I finished it. I have a finish. So I had a mini finish this week because I'm technically counting these as mini finishes because this is all one big large project. So this is a mini finish. Large finish. This was my oldest project on the go. So I am so excited. I started this in December of 2016. Three years and pretty much a month. 37 months. 37 months later, for a super, super tiny piece that wouldn't have really taken me that long, but it's done. Now I can frame it up. And when we're ready to have the bedroom at school ready to go, I can have it framed and hang it up at school in our teaching bedroom. So this will be on display for all of you who are new to me. I work in a special education school. I'm going to be donating this because I no longer like this piece. I mean, I like it, but I don't want it to be displayed in my home. So I decided that I'm going to donate this to my school where we are setting up a teaching bedroom where students can then go and work on skills like folding clothes, making a bed, dusting furniture, sorting things, sorting clothes, all those different kinds of things that you would do in your own bedroom. So that is what I'm going to do because then, who doesn't have a cross-stitch thing like this hanging in their child's bedroom? At least us. So I figured that would be a great way to make it just a little bit more realistic looking. So that is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hang this up there, and then that way they have something that, they can dust the picture on the wall. So there we go. Pumpkin Passport Sal is done. Yay! Okay. So what does that mean for now? I finished this last night, and then I kind of stopped stitching. It was kind of late. It was like 9:30 at night. And so I decided I don't want to fold that. I don't want to put a crease in it because I ironed it. Well, it wasn't that. It was like 7:30 at night, but then I had to iron. So what does that mean now? What am I going to work on next? Well, as of right now, I plan on working on London. I think I'm going to pull London back out, work on it for a little bit. Here's where it looks, here's where it is. This is what it looks like as of right now. So I'm planning on working on this, this gate that is here because it's confetti heavy and dense. And that's what I want to work on. Once I get tired of this, I don't know. So right now I am now down to 4 projects. I have to count. Yeah, 4 projects. Lady of the Flag, Thea Governor London, the Summer House Stitchwork series, and my chatelaine. 4 projects. I don't know what's happening with chatelaine right now. Might come out eventually, but I don't know. London is currently happening. I just did a Summer House Stitchwork, so I'm in no hurry to get those done. Lady of the Flag, I'm pretty happy with, but you know, I'm going to keep working on that. I'm kind of itching for a new start. I have 2 in mind. I was looking at the pattern of one of them last night in bed. It's not the one that I was really hoping to start first. So we'll see. But I'm going to leave you guessing. And you'll have to wait and see what happens this week and come back next week. So, until next week, I don't know how much time I'm going to have to stitch this week. It's a pretty busy week this week. I'm hoping I have plenty of time to stitch, but if I don't, you'll find out next week in next week's video. I hope to have a Stitch With Me video out at the end of, or this weekend. So be on the lookout for that. Make sure you hit the bell button to get notifications of that. And until next time, as always, enjoy your stitching, and I will see you next week. And don't forget to always be creative. See you next week.